Case Thomas, here we go. It's another weekend. I'm messing with Tony as always. We're going to get started not with one night only, but let's take him a lot younger. We're going to start off with Cookie Queens. Wow, it's a celebration of Czech girlhood, the complexities that come with it. Cookie Queens is a coming of age story about the joys, pressures, and tensions woven in one of America's most cherished rituals, Girl Scout cookie season. Wow. When I saw this documentary and I saw what these young ladies were going through, and the parents, how did these parents do it? I don't know. And they tell you a lot of things that we didn't know about Girl Scout cookie season. Tony.
Honestly, I have a small daughter, everybody, and I am just terrified for what the future holds because this Girl Scout cookie thing that I knew nothing about, it truly is terrifying from the outside. The parents are purchasing these pallets of cookies that essentially you're on the hook for if you can't sell. And it is essentially, it really is forced child manual labor. They're trying to sell these cookies. They're spending most of their free time outside of school and other extracurricular activities to do this. It really is, it's quite something. Yes, some of these kids are all about it and they love it. Others, you can tell they may be getting motivated by the parents. But what this documentary does a great job of is showcasing that everyone has a different story. Everyone's doing it for different reasons. Some are good reasons, some maybe not so much. But it really just shows the inside of this whole Girl Scout cookie. Um, the 6 weeks of the year that it just becomes chaos. And I tell you what, you're gonna think twice next time you're asked to buy some cookies.
You got to believe it. You talking about little entrepreneurs, either going to make it or break it. You're either going to win or you're going to lose. And if you lose, you're going to lose big. And you're right, child labor. Let's not even talk about the profit margin. You get what out of how many dollars sold? Oh, no, we don't play that game. Can't play that game. Cookie Queens is a great documentary. I definitely give it 3.5, maybe 4 out of Mickey's. 4 out of 5 Mickeys. Tony?
I agree, 4 out of 5. It's really fun, it's delightful, and it shows you an inside story on something that everybody is familiar with.
Definitely. Well, almost familiar with now that we know the truth.
Now,
Let's move on. One night only. I was totally surprised about this, but I'm gonna let you get started, Tony. I enjoyed it.
all right, well, the premise of that is very intriguing. What would happen if premarital sex was only allowed one night, one 12-hour period a year? And that's pretty much what this film revolves around. And it showcases two great, leads on their own right, Callum Turner and Monica Barbaro. But the chemistry they have really keeps this film alive. Yes, there's laughs throughout. There's some good jokes, some recurring bits, but there are a few too many cameos for my liking that it felt like it instead of just, comforting the narrative, it really kind of carried it at times as well, though.
Yeah, definitely. I enjoyed it. It was totally different than what I thought it would be. And it really turned out to be very interesting. What would happen if you only had one night? What happens the rest of the 364 days of the year? But you got that one night to do what you got to do, whether it's on a bus, a subway train, or in between an alley somewhere between two buildings. Man, this was crazy. And also, this is what I found most interesting about this whole thing. Hollywood has finally caught up with street fashion and what ladies and guys are wearing today. Yes, I'm going to say it. Watch out for the cheeks, guys. Watch out for the cheeks. It's out there. You're right. I was surprised by the cameos in this. It was very interesting. Hey, I'm going to try the bubble thing myself. That's what I'm going to do. Anyway, I'm going to give this 3.5, maybe 4 out of 5. What about you, Tony?
I give it a 3 out of 5. Look, it's a good date night movie without question. This is something that the theater needs. Cinema needs a good date night movie, and that's exactly what this is. But one thing I will say, it's an R-rated film, but it feels very tame, especially given the subject matter of it. It looked like they were trying to tiptoe that PG-13 line, and it just got over the R. Again, I think you'll have fun with this. It's entertaining, but don't expect anything groundbreaking. Yes, it's a new kind of premise. But other than that, there's just not a ton of new things there, but enough that I think the general audience will enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely. Now, one thing I have to bring up is this. Wow, guys, in one weekend, globally, $1.2 billion in revenue, the new Spider-Man brand new day. We told you it was a good movie. It was a great movie. Now that Odyssey is going to get off the IMAX screen this weekend, go see Spider-Man: A Brand New Day on IMAX. You got to see this. Tony, wow, it broke all kinds of records this past weekend.
Yeah, and it's really not a surprise. The demand was there for the MCU, which has been down a little bit overall. Spider-Man coming back. Tom Holland is the center of this universe. It's been known really since his character was introduced, he would be the new center of the MCU, and it delivers. Destin Daniel Cretton did a great job. It's a great film, like we talked about last week, and now you get to see it in IMAX. It's a no-brainer. Why would you not?
Definitely. Superman, Supergirl, boom. Folks, have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.